just my luck, a guy who's better looking and better dressed than two guys. I want to go home and get a suit.
I thought what we'll do is we'll keep this brief. I also want to open it up to questions from the audience and let them also ask each other the kind of questions they'd like. But, I thought it would be great if we could start by each of you telling us what you find exciting about the new projects you're going to be doing with Virgin. And, Stan, particularly, why are you excited to come back to the world of comic books? And what's going to be exciting about this new medium that you're going to tackle?
I don't feel I ever left the world of comic books, really. But the idea of coming to Virgin and working with new artists on new projects, things that haven't been done before, it's like the early days of Marvel, just dreaming up something brand new and hope that a tough audience like you will give it a chance. It's exciting, and I can't wait to get started. Of course, to have to compete with somebody like this, maybe I wouldn't have been so eager if I had known.
Now, Grant, you're reimagining a 10,000-year-old Indian myth, and in the most modern kind of technology possible, short-form motion capture animation. So maybe you could tell the audience a little bit about why that excites you and what that story is really about.
Well, obviously, it's one of the very oldest stories on the planet. It's about a family who go to war. It's the last war of an age, and also affects everything about the world we live in today. So it's a really interesting story, especially now, the world we live in is obsessed with war, so we wanted to go back to what was one of the very first, very biggest battle stories in human history. And the idea of taking it and doing it as little 4-minute shots that appear on cell phones just seemed like a really great modern way to adapt a really ancient story, to recreate it for a new audience, and also to update things, to make it look a bit different, to tie it into kind of feelings that we're all having in the world today, and to tie it into things that are happening in the world today. So it's been a great opportunity for me, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of it, because it looked bloody great on that thing.
In case you're wondering what this is, you've seen the United Nations where they put things in their ear to get the translation.
And it still isn't working. So it kind of comes out like this instead of using.
One of the things I was curious about is this has been the summer of comic book movies. We've probably never seen as much of a wave, whether it be the Hellboys and Wanteds and the Iron Mans and Hulks, and obviously recently Batman. Why do we think, or why do you guys think that all of a sudden film has really caught on to the medium of comic books? And more importantly, as two masters of the medium, what is the real? Is it fair to say comic books are a storyboard, or what are the real differences that we look at as creators between comic books and films?
I like the way he asks a question and answers it. Yeah, comic books are storyboards for movies. There, see, there's nothing left for you to say now. I have to try to hold my own against these two guys. Sure, but it isn't that sudden if you think about it. It probably started with the original Superman movie. When was that? 20 years ago or something like that? Yeah, he knows dates. And it's just that now, with all the special effects that they can do, and the fact that they are now taking these things seriously, so they get the best screenwriters and the best directors and quality actors. And this is not a flash in the pan. I think these kind of movies, I'm happy to say, are going to be with us for a long time.
Comics do things a lot differently from movies and stuff. The way we write comics is very different from the way they do movies.
I like the way he says the way we write comics. You're trying to get in on my bandwagon.
Of course. Why do you think I'm up here?
No, the fact is, this guy is
one. Rubs off here, some of his longevity stuff.
He's one of the great comic book writers of all time, and I don't have to tell you that. He's not only great at one type, but this guy writes everything, all types of stories. And I think it's the accent has something to do with it, But I'm hoping to learn from him, and that's the reason I'm here. But like I said, what's happened is today, the finest writers in the country, people who write great television series and movies, they're all getting into comics because they know that comics are the, I'll say a phrase here like, comics are the springboard to greatness.